Hi, welcome to our Legacies of Ancient Greece dialogue. And a dialogue is a written conversation between two people. So if you're not a theater kid, and I'm guessing most of you are not, but you've certainly seen TV. And if you watch on TV, when you've got two characters on the screen and they're talking back and forth, right, that's a dialogue. Okay. Or if you're having a conversation with your parents, that's a dialogue. Two people talking, you and mom, or you and dad, or you and whoever your parent or guardian type person is. So for our purposes, what we're going to do is we're going to have you imagine and write a dialogue between yourself, a sixth grader, and a fifth grader. So somebody who hasn't learned as much as you have, is not quite as worldly, right? But they're curious about ancient Greece. And so we're going to call our imaginary fifth grader Fred or maybe Frida. Okay, I'll leave it up to you. I picked those names. Obviously, you can name your imaginary fifth grader something else, but I needed something to put there. Okay, so to write your dialogue, you have to speak from both perspectives, both your own, but then also from the perspective of this person who is curious, who is reasonably smart, but who doesn't know much about ancient Greece and how it affects the world today, right? That's where that legacy piece comes in. How do we see the effects of ancient Greece today? Okay, so this is the kind of kid who might ask you plenty of questions. You might try to make connections between things that they've already learned and things that you're telling them, right? And really, though, the extent of their knowledge about ancient Greece is maybe that they've read Percy Jackson or something like that, okay? Aside from that, they've got basically the same background that you do. So if you wanted to, you could turn Fred or Frida maybe into like a younger sibling. I've had a number of kids do that historically. Okay, so that's the first part. Conversation between you and somebody slightly younger than you about ancient Greece, right? They've also, by the way, Fred or Frida has learned a little bit about Mesopotamia, Egypt, and China, so they're able to make some of those connections. So what you're going to be talking about, right? What are the modern legacies of ancient Greece? You have to talk about politics, so that's things like democracy, okay? You have to talk about the arts, theater, architecture, literature, sculpture, things like that, okay? But then you get to pick a third topic. And I've got a list of third topics, potential third topics right there. If there's something else related to ancient Greece that I didn't put on my list, run with it. It just has to be about ancient Greece. It just has to be something we learned in this class. Okay. You can write your dialogue if you want to. Most kids do. Okay. But you are also welcome to, if you can hornswoggle somebody else into recording it with you, you are more than welcome to submit a recording, an audio or a video recording of you having the conversation with somebody else. Okay, so I'm certainly not opposed to that. If you've got questions, if you need help, reach out, let me know. I'd be delighted to help you out any way I can. Otherwise, I will see you in class.